Imagine you're walking by a trolley track when you notice a runaway trolley hurtling towards 5 workers. You can pull a lever, diverting it to a track with 1 worker. What do you do? This ethical dilemma is known as the trolley problem. It's a thought experiment that challenges our moral intuitions and reveals deep philosophical questions about right and wrong. First posed in 1967 by Philippa Foot, this scenario has been used to explore utilitarianism, deontology, and other ethical theories. The trolley problem breaks your brain, forcing you to confront uncomfortable truths. Utilitarian ethics might suggest pulling the lever to save the majority, but deontologists argue that actively causing harm to one to prevent harm to others violates a moral absolute. These conflicting perspectives highlight the complexity of moral decision-making. The trolley problem doesn't just test our ethics. It exposes the limitations of our moral reasoning. In real life, such dilemmas rarely present themselves so starkly. Yet, understanding these thought experiments can help us navigate complex ethical situations we may face. Philosophers and psychologists have used variations of the trolley problem to study human behavior and decision-making under stress. The results often surprise us, revealing biases and inconsistencies. In one variation, instead of pulling a lever, you must push someone onto the track to stop the trolley. Most people find this unacceptable, even though the outcome is the same as pulling the lever. This difference in perception raises important questions about the nature of action and inaction. Our moral judgments are influenced by how we perceive our role in causing harm. The trolley problem challenges our moral intuitions by presenting dilemmas where choices lead to harm. It forces us to question whether the ends justify the means, and if sacrificing one life for many is morally permissible. Philosophers like Judith Jarvis Thomson have used variations of the trolley problem to explore deontological versus consequentialist ethics. These debates highlight how different ethical frameworks can lead to conflicting conclusions. In one version, you must choose between diverting the trolley onto a track with 1 person tied down or doing nothing, letting 5 people die. This scenario tests the limits of our moral obligations. The psychological impact of making such decisions can be profound. Studies show that people often feel more guilt when they actively cause harm rather than passively allowing it to happen. Neuroscientists use fMRI scans to study brain activity during these scenarios. They find that different parts of the brain light up depending on whether someone chooses action or inaction. The trolley problem isn't just an abstract thought experiment. It has real-world implications. Autonomous vehicles face similar ethical dilemmas when making split-second decisions to avoid accidents. One variant presents a scenario where you can save 5 by pushing a large man onto the tracks. Most find this harder than pulling a lever, revealing a preference for indirect harm. Ethical theories struggle to provide clear guidance. Utilitarianism suggests maximizing overall happiness, but deontology emphasizes adherence to moral rules, even if outcomes are worse. Psychologists have discovered that cultural background influences responses to the trolley problem. Some cultures prioritize group welfare over individual rights, affecting their ethical judgments. Even when faced with identical outcomes, people's reactions differ based on perceived agency. Pushing someone is seen as more personal, and thus more morally wrong, than pulling a lever. In another variation, you can save 5 by flipping a switch, which diverts the trolley onto a track with 1 person. The dilemma lies in choosing to sacrifice 1 life for many. These thought experiments reveal inconsistencies in our moral reasoning. While we may support utilitarian principles in theory, actual decision-making can deviate due to emotional responses. Legal systems grapple with similar issues. For instance, a doctor might have to choose between saving 1 patient or using resources to help 5 others. Ethical frameworks guide these decisions. The trolley problem also highlights the complexity of ethical decision-making in artificial intelligence. Programming machines to make such choices requires defining moral values and weighing potential outcomes. Some argue that the trolley problem oversimplifies ethical dilemmas by reducing complex situations to binary choices. Real-life scenarios often involve multiple variables and unpredictable consequences. Despite its simplicity, the trolley problem has sparked extensive discussion in philosophy, psychology, and ethics. Its enduring appeal lies in its ability to challenge and expand our understanding of morality. Variations on the problem include the footbridge scenario, where you must push a heavy person onto the tracks to stop the trolley. This scenario reveals how physical proximity affects moral judgment. In another twist, the trolley can be diverted to kill one person who is more valuable, such as a Nobel laureate, compared to 5 less significant individuals. This adds a layer of moral complexity. Studies show that most people would not push a large person onto the tracks, even to save 5 lives. This response aligns with a deontological approach that prioritizes individual rights over collective welfare. The trolley problem demonstrates the tension between ethical theories and intuitive responses. People often reject utilitarian solutions that require them to commit harmful actions, even if it results in better outcomes. Ethicists use the trolley problem to illustrate how context shapes our moral decisions. Factors such as the means used to achieve an outcome can influence whether an action is considered morally acceptable. Some variations ask whether it's better to do nothing and allow 5 deaths or take action that indirectly leads to 1 death. This highlights the role of intention in moral judgments and the difficulty of balancing harm. The trolley problem raises fundamental questions about the nature of morality and the role of intention in ethical decision-making. By challenging our assumptions, it pushes us to reflect deeply on our values and beliefs. Through its various iterations, the trolley problem continues to provoke debate and introspection. It remains a powerful tool for exploring the complexities of human morality and the limits of rational decision-making. Philosophers argue whether utilitarian principles justify sacrificing 1 life to save 5. This dilemma challenges our ethical intuitions and reveals deep conflicts between individual rights and collective welfare. In variations like the Fat Man scenario, the ethical stakes escalate. Pushing someone to stop the trolley seems intuitively wrong, even if it saves lives, raising questions about direct versus indirect harm. The trolley problem also explores the impact of personal involvement. Switching tracks is often seen as less culpable than actively pushing someone, highlighting the role of intention in moral judgment. Psychological studies reveal that emotional responses influence our decisions in the trolley problem. People are more likely to pull a lever than push someone, suggesting that moral choices are deeply rooted in emotion. In the trolley problem, we confront complex moral choices. It reveals how our ethical principles can clash with practical actions. These dilemmas challenge us to examine our values deeply. Philosophers use such thought experiments to explore ethics and morality. They help us understand the nuances between different ethical theories like utilitarianism and deontology. The trolley problem shows that real-life decisions often involve weighing outcomes and intentions. Understanding these concepts can guide us in making more informed ethical choices. Engaging with ethical dilemmas like the trolley problem can enhance our empathy and critical thinking. It encourages us to consider multiple perspectives before acting. By reflecting on such problems, we become more aware of the consequences of our actions. This awareness is crucial for building a more compassionate and thoughtful society. As we continue to face ethical challenges, let us strive to make decisions based on careful consideration rather than impulsive reactions. Our collective future depends on it. We invite you to reflect on the trolley problem and other ethical dilemmas. Discuss them with friends, family, and community members. Engage in these conversations to foster deeper understanding. Remember, ethical decision-making is a skill that improves with practice. By examining our choices critically, we contribute to creating a more just and equitable world. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of the trolley problem. We hope this journey has sparked your curiosity and deepened your appreciation for ethical complexities. If you enjoyed this documentary, please subscribe to our channel for more insightful explorations. Share your thoughts and questions in the comments below. Together, we can build a better understanding of our world. Until next time, keep questioning, keep learning, and keep exploring the fascinating realms of philosophy and ethics. Goodbye.